This is Scott Becker with the Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's story that we'll focus on is mixed signals from the Fed. So in the last 2 days, you've had two different Fed governors say two different things. One Fed governor said, we're absolutely going to have to raise rates more to get inflation in check. Another Fed governor said, I think we should be done raising rates for the time being, that it's time to take a pause in raising rates. It's sort of this kind of different narratives from different Fed governors. It must make Chairman Powell's job very hard. It also makes trying to read the tea leaves in the economy very challenging. So on one day you get inflation running a little higher than expected, at least wage inflation, so that gives people concern the Fed will raise rates. Today you get the story of the world economy slowing down, China having horrendous financial results, and Moody's downgrading a lot of mid-sized and regional banks. And these send two different signals: wage inflation, Fed raising rates, world economy slowing down, bank health a problem, the Fed going softer on raising rates. And so these mixed signals are very hard to interpret, especially in an overloaded information world where you get more information every single day. In any event, I guess the best thing you could do as an investor is to understand early on how you allocate stocks to bonds and everything else, and try and live with and understand how that allocation works when rates go up or down or change, or what happens with the micro and macro economy, is trying to understand your allocation and your risk tolerance versus the different issues. I guess that's what you take away from these different mixed signals, because it's almost impossible to interpret the tea leaves of what the Fed is saying. So thus, at least what the different Fed governors are saying, though Chairman Powell is a little bit clearer. So thus, you have to figure out an allocation that works for you through up and down and good and bad. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.